What is up, guys? So we are going to be installing a brand new dash cam that I just got, AZDOME, and I've also purchased a OBD hard wiring kit as well. So I'm going to give this one a test installation for you guys, give you guys a review as well how it looks. So I opted for the hard wiring kit because it just makes it a little bit easier, but this one I haven't ever seen before. Basically, it installs into the OBD port. Basically, whenever it's on a very low voltage, it'll continue to basically record without obviously having to pull out too much current and too much electricity where it will take it out of the battery. So we're going to install this together. I'm going to be installing this on my Honda CRV. You can install this on any car, so let's do it together. All right, first things first, let's have a quick look at this one. We're gonna just uninstall this and see how we go. So I picked up this kit on eBay. There was actually a sale going on at the time. So the sale was about $33 or so. I'll put it up in a second so that you guys can see exactly what it looks like. And then let's have a quick look. So first things first, obviously got our head unit itself. So this one is a no display head unit. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. You've got obviously lights to show Wi-Fi and recording here. We got obviously the camera here as well. This has got like a little swivel here which you can turn basically to have the right sort of angles that you want. Then obviously you got the 3M tape here which you can basically mount up anywhere in your car. I'm going to be mounting this one at the top just up here. So this is going to sit something like this, right? And then basically I want to stick it onto my windshield where it will hopefully stick on like that. Then the camera will be facing outside. So this particular model itself as well, this is a USB Type-C model, and then you've obviously got to have a SD card in here so that you can record and loop as well. So that is the actual unit itself for the dash cam. So inside the box, nice, straightforward, nothing crazy. The instructions, user manual, take all that out, user manual. It came with the car charger port, right? So the Type-C car charger port. Then you've got obviously these little tools as well to help you out with the installation. This one here in particular is for the clips for the wires, just so they can hang nicely. And I'm assuming this little handle bit is to help out with putting it in. Nice and easy. So that's that one. That's that. You get an extra 3M tape in case you stuff it up or you want to mount it somewhere else. M300 user manual. And this is quite interesting as well. A little bit of research. These are electronic plate decal stickers. Basically, it helps with drawing current for the actual dash cams itself. So just in case, you know, for some reason it doesn't work and it doesn't end up working properly without it. So make sure that all the current is being used in the right places. So this one is going to be the more interesting part. So normally you would have to cut, splice into the unit of the car just so that it can connect at all times. But this particular kit that I saw, I wasn't too sure, to be honest, because it did say OBD1. So most cars are OBD2, but I'm assuming OBD1 port is the one that we have to install on. So there wasn't any OBD2 Type-C ports, so I took a plunge. I had a look at the photos. I was like, yeah, this looks like the same port as mine. So we're gonna give it a try and we're gonna see how we go with this one. So this particular one, this is what it's gonna look like. I'm gonna open this up. So if you guys end up buying it, I bought it directly from the same website, obviously, just so that they are similar, so I don't have to worry about it if it's an off-brand. This is the actual port itself. If you have a look, these are the prongs and the pins. I'm gonna quickly see and hope that she does work, so that if you guys do end up buying it, then it will fit. Main other reason, it actually says OBD2 as well, even though the box labels said it's OBD1. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna quickly maybe install it just to see if she fits. So quick test fitting, and yeah, just as I thought, it does fit indeed. So I'm going to show you guys as well while we have a look at this one to see if you guys can see it. It's just here. Hopefully you guys can kind of see me putting it in. So if you have a look, guess what? She fits. So that is a good sign. So if you guys are looking to buy it, that one will definitely fit. So pretty straightforward. All I'm going to do now is remove the 3M tape, find a place to put it. Going to look at finding an option to where I can put this hard, and we'll just wire it into a place where it's nice, it's snug, that no one can see it. And then I'll show you guys the installation once I put it in, show you where I've installed it. And then once I've installed it, I'll show you how it looks like on the app once you do register as well. Alrighty, I'll be back after this. Alright, so once you found the area you want to stick that electroelastic sticker here, as I mentioned before. Once you have found the spot that you want, cutting it took me a little while, so just tough one to pull it across. So once you've done that and you found the location, what you want to do is you want to get your dash cam, find the spot that you want to put it in, and you just want to stick it there. And once it's in, you are pretty much good to go. I'm going to stick this one a little bit closer to the actual rear mirror, just so that it's out of my sight. I'm going to stick it right here. And again, if you stuff it up, you can always re-put it back somewhere else as well. Do the best you can, and then once it's in, make sure she's in nice and tight. She shouldn't be coming off anymore once it is in. So try and push it in the best you can. Once you find a spot, if you want, you can just remove it just like that. And then you can kind of press this part in a little bit more if you have to. I took this off once, so it's quite easy to take off. So, but once she's on, realistically, there's no reason why you should be touching this part anyways, and removing it off. So now that we've got that on and putting that bad boy on, that is basically you mounted just like that. So that one there, it's mounted. I'm going to show you, but it's just behind here. So if you're actually sitting, you actually won't really see it on this side too much. And the good thing is with this is because there's no actual screen, you're not going to be distracted by the screen as well. So that is basically the location of where it's sitting at the moment. Just clean my screen a little bit, but that's what she looks like. So nice, clean, snug, right behind the side mirror. So only the passenger will slightly see it. But if I'm driving, realistically, I don't really have a field of vision of it, which is exactly what I want. So now moving on to the next part. The next part's probably the easiest part, like I mentioned, guys, is just wiring her up. So Type C, OBD2. Once I get this installed, I will show you guys what the live results are, and I'll give you guys a nice test run as well. So the easy part for this is because it's OBD2 plugged in, I don't have to remove anything. Literally what I'll do is I'll go back into the box that I originally came with, get the actual little side clips that makes it nice and snug. What my plan is, to give you guys an idea, right, what I want to do is wire is going to go up here, we're going to mount it up here, we're going to guide it underneath here, it's going to come down. My plan is to guide it through here if I can, and then we'll make it nice and snug. Yours may be slightly different, but honestly it should be very, very similar. Then what we'll do is we'll guide it all and feed it all the way down here. It'll go underneath, and then onto the other side, plug it in, and done. Guys, so now we have finally just finished the installation of the wiring. The wiring is probably going to take the longest part, but honestly, I'm going to be quite big-headed right now, but I managed to squeeze in the wiring perfectly to fit my actual car. So let me show you what and how I sort of wired it. So start from the top, made it all the way through underneath the top of the car, all the way through, then lined it through there. So you can still see there's still a little bit I got to push in, which I will. Basically lined it all the way through into the left pillar, down into that gap in the middle of the corner, all the way through to the car, made it down the door. I was lucky enough to make it all the way here. All I did underneath here, just for the wiring to make it work, there's a little underplate over here where it's just blocking the air vents and the cabins and the filters. Basically lined it all the way through here, put it through, line it underneath the center console part, nice and snug, put it all the way in here, and then mine basically went all the way through to the end of this part, and there she is, sitting right there as well. There's a little tiny bit of wiring hanging out, but it's only because the way the plug is put through, and it's only put through one way, so it's got to sit out some way. So that is the wiring. So if you looked at it from a normal car's perspective, you could not see a thing, right? So no one else is going to trip on it, or your passenger is not going to come in and pull it straight out. That's a snug fit. Driver's side, if you look up, you can't even see it as well. So that is basically the installation done. Let me give you guys another review of me driving it, see how it actually looks and how it records, and then we'll go from there. Oh, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but if you looked at one of my other videos, I installed full Android Auto, Apple CarPlay head unit in here as well. Full touchscreen, has YouTube, has maps, Spotify, you name it. Have a look at that video as well. But guys, I'm going to show you a review of the quality of the drive. So I hope you guys enjoy it. First, you need to find the Wi-Fi and you need to connect to the dash cam.
Insert TF card.
That's it going off right now. Default password, if you look on your manual, may be different, but mine's 1 to 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Once you log in, you'll be able to use and obviously go through the dash cam itself. It'll basically let you know once it has connected. It'll tell you while it's syncing. Connect only this time for now. Cool. So now that we've connected to the Wi-Fi, we need to jump in to the AZDOME app. So once you're in the app, press add recorder. Look for the dash cam that you have. The one that we have is the no screen recorder. It's going to look for the device via Wi-Fi. Boom, just like that, it's found which one it is. So what we're going to do now is just connect to that one.
Wi-Fi is connected.
As you can see, it says Wi-Fi is connected. So now what we're going to do is we're going to have a quick look, see if we can record it, and
insert TF card.
just so we know what it looks like. So guys, I'm going to have a quick live view. We're going to see this and just remove that cap there, and there you go.
Wi-Fi is disconnected.
So now you guys can see this is the dash cam itself. So what I want to do is before I even install it, I want to find the right place to put it in, just so I know is when I am setting it up, there's no glare, it looks good to the best of its ability. So
Please insert TF
we're just going to
card.
slowly rotate the dash cam just so we have the right sort of angles. And then once you have it with the spot, stick it in, and then we can move on to basically hardwiring it. So the first part is to make sure it looks good enough where you can see everything on the road that you can without any obstructions. It doesn't block anyone's way, and probably the best thing I like is to make sure to have it in a spot.
Insert TF card.
Make sure it's in a spot where it doesn't obstruct your view while you are driving as well. So don't stress if you do end up doing it and it doesn't work and you find out that you put it in the wrong spot. You can actually get this here. If it were, you can actually get this, right? So you can actually remove this 3M tape, get another one and put it back on if you find a better spot. All right, so that is the easy part there. So dash cam recording, audio recording as well.
Insert TF card.
I will give you guys an idea of what this looks like once I do start recording it. But that is step one once you're in the app. So you're good to go, basically. Alright guys, I'm just going to give you a real live pretty much review to give you guys an idea of the actual quality of the dash cam itself. So as you guys can see here, this is live, basically just a nice little video you can see with the actual dash cam itself. In terms of daytime, this isn't full daytime, okay? So it's not the quality of the imaging. This is probably just before sunset. So it's probably not going to give it the best sort of example. But as you guys can see, it's quite clear. It's pretty good so far during somewhat of the daytime. There's no issues so far with any glitching or the overall recording. It's very smooth, as you guys can see. So you're seeing this live. Only thing I could probably say is you can't really see license plates probably 2 car lengths above you, in front of you. But you can probably see the one when you do stop, okay? But overall, as you can see, it's nice and smooth. You can put the date and the time there for insurance purposes of when you are recording. So one thing I gotta mention as well, guys, if you are looking at buying this dash cam in particular, or if it's one for the CRV for itself, you gotta remember how much I bought this for. This dash cam was less than $100. Okay, $100 for the dash cam included the dash itself. It included the hard wiring kit. It also included the cables that came with it, and includes micro SD card that I paid with it as well, when it still cost me less than $100. Okay, so my obviously idea is, look, my car's pretty old. I just wanted a dash cam that's gonna do the job. It's just gonna record just for my safety in case I get into an accident, or in case something happens to me. I've got some sort of visual proof that I can use at any time. But as you guys can see, it's quite smooth. I'm gonna be very honest with you. And again, one car length in front of you, you can see the license plates, but don't expect anything too crazy, especially for what you're paying for this one as well. So if there is something that you guys are sort of looking for, again, it'll be in the link in my bio as well. If you guys want to buy this particular one, I'll link the dash cam and also the hard wiring kit that also came with this as well. Okay, so look, if you're someone like me and you just want to find a dash cam that's going to do the job, that's going to do the recording for you, and you're not really after anything else, just in case, but you're not willing to go JB Hi-Fi, you're not willing to go online to buy one for $500, $1,000 for the 4K, full HD resolution, automatic timer, bump G sensor, all that kind of jazz. This one will do it for you. Okay, so it's got motion detection, it's got the G sensor in case it does get into a hard, heavy accident. But besides that, honestly, it'll be perfectly fine. So don't expect anything too crazy again. Only thing I'd probably say is probably just the glare. That's probably the only thing with the camera footage as well. So you can see it now as well. Now that I've gone to the night live testing, you can sort of see the reflection that if there's any light bouncing off it, depending on the angle that you actually have put it at, and depending on where you have actually aligned it on your actual mirror that you've stuck it on. So this can sort of depend. What I have read in some cases is you can buy a filter for some of these dash cams. So what happens is you can buy like some sort of blue filter or a green filter or whatever it is, and that can help you with the anti-glare that comes in. So obviously the sun rays, lots of light bounces off it. So sometimes it can, create some sort of blur in the actual imaging itself. So just like a DSLR camera, you can buy these filters online as well. So I've had a look. You can buy different mounts. You can buy the filter online as well. But again, it is an extra cost if you guys are wanting to buy it just for that slight extra little bit of clear imaging. Again, for me, look, I'm happy with it. Just all I needed to do is just to record it in case there is any other damage. My thinking is if anything does happen, I'll take photos of, any car details that is around, if it does end up happening to that sort of point. But it's a safety feature. It's an old car again. I'm not looking at spending heaps of money. Okay, but so far I haven't had any issues, guys. I've had it plugged in for a couple weeks now. Hard wiring that hasn't affected anything to do with my physical voltage and my electricity and my battery. No issues so far. Hasn't drained it. So I did a little bit of research. If you're doing a hard wiring kit, it's not supposed to drain the battery. And while the car's off or on standby, it's going to use the minimal amount of electricity output or wattage, if you like, just to make sure there's enough that you can record it, where it records what it needs to and nothing more without draining your car's battery. So if we are looking for something that's bang for buck, less than $100 on the market includes everything. Honestly, this is the way to go. But if the hard wiring kit's too much for you, it also comes with a car charger. I hope you guys like this video.